Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Living Crafty and Cozy. Today is wedding edition and I'm showing you how to make these fabulous and beautiful cost-effective wedding DIYs using Dollar Tree products. So let's get started. Dollar Tree has some amazing wedding and party products that you can use to dress up any table. I absolutely love these gems and this giant balloon diamond ring. I mean, how fabulous is that? I think they look great all clustered together. My second hack or DIY is going to be a floating donut wall using these picture frames, these gold sparkly picture frames. I picked up about 12, but I'm only using 9 for this DIY. So just take everything outside of the frame and then take the glass and hot glue your glass back into the frame. You can use the tabs afterward. I did end up using some of the tabs to push it back down and secure the frame in place. But that touch of hot glue is nice too. If you didn't want to see the tabs at all, then you could just leave it, the tabs folded up, and I would just put extra glue, make sure your frame is in there really secure. So I'm just pushing those down in there, and then I'm taking these pegboard hooks, there's 6 to a pack, and I'm just cutting off the back pegs. We want that to be as flat as possible on the back. And then I'm taking my hot glue gun. I would recommend using the best hot glue that you can. I ended up doing Gorilla Glue because they were coming off. I had some Dollar Tree glue sticks that I was using, and they were falling off. So I did end up going and buying some Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks, and that worked much better. So again, just clip off the back of those pegs. Oops, sorry for my son there. Running through. Summer break, everybody. So you're just going to want to cut off those back pegs and hot glue it right onto your frame and hold it there. Make sure it's very secure. You're going to be hanging donuts off of these pegs, so you want to make sure that it's on there as securely as possible. And there are all of the frames that I'm using glued together. Glue them on a flat surface, and then when you're done with that, turn them over to the back side. And just for extra security and stability, I'm taking some craft sticks from Dollar Tree, and I am gluing them to all of the seams in the back. When I'm done with that, I flip it back over, and I am using this studded ribbon from Dollar Tree, this diamond studded ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I cut it down. It comes like five rows of diamond studs side by side, and for those long pieces, I cut it down to just like 3 side by side, and then for the crisscross pattern, I cut it down to 2. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's five rows of diamonds basically, and I cut 2 off for those two long pieces there in the middle, and then everything in between I cut it down to 2, so it's like a double row of diamonds. I would have left it blank, but I wasn't loving how the seams looked on the picture frames. Just me. So you could, use that diamond patch. I just wanted it to be sparkly and look like wedding. But there's probably other stuff you could use too. And you don't have to keep it to all Dollar Tree products. I just wanted something cost effective and pretty. And that's it. The great thing about this donut wall is that it's versatile. If you wanted to like print off black and whites of the bride and groom, you could do that too and just leave them in the backs of the frame. I think that would look stunning as well. You could, fill it completely in with pictures or just do half clear, half pictures. I think it would be so pretty. But this is it. I think it turned out great. and I think it looks delicious. That's one delicious DIY. Moving on to my third DIY slash hack. This is more of a hack. This is just a really pretty picture frame that I found at Dollar Tree. And I was looking through their gift bags to see if I could find anything like really wedding-y. But all I found was this, and it says, "To love, laughter, and happy ever after." Really cute. Could work great in a wedding. It just wasn't necessarily like, wedding colors to me. I don't know, in my opinion. But if you had a wedding that had incorporated a lot more color, you could absolutely make something like that work. Again, you don't have to use Dollar Tree products. So you could go anywhere and find a bag that you thought was beautiful and just pop it into that frame there. I'm just cutting this down to the size of the glass and then putting it into my frame. I thought that frame was really pretty. Dollar Tree has some great picture frames. And for $2.50, you've got a great sign that you can put on your gift table, cake table, wherever you wanted to put that. I mean, that would look great anywhere during your reception or wedding. For our next hack or DIY, this is kind of a hack here. And it can be a DIY depending on how much you want to embellish the champagne flutes. What I'm doing here is I'm taking the 6-pack of plastic little champagne goblets there from Dollar Tree, and I am just setting them up. It's 2 pieces. You pop them together, and I'm just taking some of these peel and stick pearls and kind of just covering all over the glass, and that's kind of it. I'm just throwing some gems down in the middle, those little crystal gems that look like diamond shapes. I'm just throwing a couple of those inside, and then a battery operated votive. And I'm making basically little lanterns for your guests to have. So at six of the glasses per package, I think that that's a great deal. It's $1.25 basically for 6 of those lanterns. And again, depending on how you want to decorate it, you can make it as cost effective as you want. I do recommend getting just the white votives for a DIY like this. I got the color changing ones. I was so horrified when I found out they were changing to like green and purple and teal. I was like, no, that's not right at all. But we use what we have. So that's it. I mean, it's so simple, and yet it's so elegant. I just kind of hot glued a little white rose to the bottom, put the pearls on the glass, and that's it. And so for your nighttime receptions, you're going to have something that looks so beautiful that your guests can carry around as extra lighting and just extra, I don't know, wedding ambience. And I just think it would be so pretty. I did get this idea off of Pinterest, and I just kind of took it and made it my own. Mine is definitely more simplistic than the one that I saw. And I'm going to do another one here. These ones I'm using fancier champagne flutes from Dollar Tree. They come 2 to a pack. And then I'm just taking some Mod Podge, and I'm going to cover the top half of that flute all over with Mod Podge. And I'm simply just decoupaging this beautiful floral napkin that I found at Dollar Tree in their party supplies. I've been seeing this napkin there since the beginning of the year. And it's not traditional wedding colors, but I think that it would be awesome at like a boho sort of theme reception or wedding. I think it would just be absolutely beautiful. They turn out so pretty, and it's just following the same concept of just throwing a votive in a champagne flute, and there you go. You have a DIY lantern for your guest for your outdoor nighttime receptions. If you didn't want to make a bunch for all of your guests, say you have a lot of guests, then you could simply just make a couple of them and have them sitting around on the tables too. I think that would make beautiful decor as well. And again, I recommend just using the white the white votives and not this multicolored crazy looking votive, but it is what it is. And this is just a simple hack. I'm literally taking a satin pillowcase from Dollar Tree, a white satin pillowcase, and one of those ribbons of diamond gems, and tying it around the chair, putting the pillowcase over the chair and then tying the ribbon around it. And then you have some cost-effective seat covers. Maybe you don't have enough money to get the whole reception, but you certainly could do the head table, wherever it was going to be in pictures. You know, you could just get that chair prettied up using Dollar Tree products. I love it. The next DIY hack we're doing is just simply with table covers. Don't forget to utilize these table covers. So I'm just taking a plastic table cover, a white one from Dollar Tree. This iridescent table cover is from Walmart, and I believe it was $247, $347. But I know I've seen the iridescent table covers at Dollar Tree earlier in the year. I couldn't find any this time of year, but I think that you could probably find something similar at Dollar Tree. And then I'm taking those diamond studded ribbons and just hanging strings of those ribbons to get some sparkle, extra sparkle and prettiness in there. And then I'm taking this garland of white roses that I got from not Pottery Barn, that I got from Hobby Lobby. Thank you. And I'm just draping it over the top, and it's as simple as that. It really doesn't have to be anything more complicated than that. Super cost effective. And I do believe you can find garlands of white roses at Dollar Tree. I know I saw them earlier in the year, and I'm not sure why I wasn't seeing them right now, but you definitely should just keep your eyes open for that. And it could be any flower, anything that matches your decor. White roses just seems to be very traditional, so I went with that, and I think that actually looks really pretty. You could use them on bars, like to cover bar walls and stuff like that. Anywhere you need to cover like a large surface, you could just use those table covers and make a cost-effective cover with that with those products. So for my next and final DIY, I am doing a you can use it as a centerpiece, or you could just use it as a backdrop. You could kind of just put it anywhere during your wedding or reception. And I'm just taking 2 poster boards, and I am just tracing out where I want to cut along the poster boards. And I am just making a heart shape with the poster boards and cutting through with this is actually a pumpkin carving knife because I couldn't find my utility knife, but a utility knife would probably work better. And apologies for the very old pajama t-shirt with the holes in it. It's very well loved, but you know, sometimes you just got to be comfortable while you craft. And I'm just cutting out my heart shape in the first and second poster board. I got 2 of them because I want to double them up and make them very firm and secure. So I'm literally just going to be gluing the 2 heart shapes together. And I'm just taking my hot glue and generously covering the inside of one heart and mashing down the other heart on top of it to match it perfectly. Getting the other side there. And now I am taking my green paint, which you're definitely going to want a generous covering of your green paint. You don't want any white sticking through. And just coating it over, and be really sure and careful to get like the outer edges, like the outer rims. That's going to be showing some of the most, you know. Just cover, cover, cover. Okay, once your paint has dried, you are going to get the foam cubes basically from Dollar Tree and stack them together, glue them together to where it makes a good base for your heart. And just kind of measure it, and you're just going to plop the bottom part of that heart down in the middle there and glue it in and make it really super secure. And this is the part that made me nervous. I was like, I really didn't know if the execution of this was going to be as great as what I had imagined. I did end up using some craft sticks on the back to just kind of give it that extra added stability. And that worked out great. Actually, it worked out super, super good. I made the material light enough to where it wasn't overwhelming the base of what I was using. So, and then I am just covering all of this over with hot glue and using some moss. Just a side note here, I only had this brown moss. I think it was from Pop Shelf. I picked up a couple bags because they were $2 a bag, and I thought that was a good deal. But I just wish I had green moss on this project. I just think it would be a lot prettier. But I know Dollar Tree carries some green moss, and you can find, you know, bags of moss at the Dollar Tree. So again, you could still be picking up your products straight from Dollar Tree. And I am just cutting down the moss to make sure and hold the shape of what I'm doing. We're going to make sure everyone sees that we have got a giant heart shape going on here. And I'm just taking some clusters of white roses from Dollar Tree and gluing them in at random places along the heart shape. And this looked really pretty, especially if you clustered a couple together at the same place. It looked really super pretty. And then I did decide to go ahead and take my rose garland and wrap it like 3/4 of the way around the heart structure. And it ended up being so pretty like that. Again, I do think you can end up getting some white rose garlands at Dollar Tree. I did have to end up getting mine at Hobby Lobby. But I think that this looks sensational. It would look just stunning on any table at your reception or your wedding. And what greater way to represent love than just having a giant heart there, you know? And I love that it's partially exposed, leaving some of that moss hanging out on the side. You could, if you don't like that, you could always trail the roses all the way around. But I just think it looks beautiful. And I loved doing this whole wedding DIY video. I think it was so much fun, and I'm honored to do any of these videos. I love doing what I do, and I thank you all for watching. Go ahead and comment what was your favorite DIY, and thank you.